Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of Automation Testing Insider. So this is part 13 of Selenium Framework Development series from scratch, and today we are going to talk about ExtentReport implementation in the framework. So in the previous part we talked about cross-browser testing, guys, and today we'll focus on how can we implement the ExtentReport in our framework. So let's talk about the agenda for today. So we are going to talk about what is ExtentReport, benefits of ExtentReport when we use in the framework, and how ExtentReport works, and later on what are the different steps to be taken to get the ExtentReport in the framework, right? So this is what we are going to discuss today. So let's talk about the first topic, what is ExtentReport. So the ExtentReport is widely used in Selenium framework. So ExtentReports is a popular reporting library in Selenium, and it provides interactive and visually appealing reports for automation test cases. So we will get very good report when we use ExtentReport library in Selenium framework, right? So at the end of this session you will come to know like how that report looks like, right? And we will get very good report. What are the key highlights? So detailed test cases, test steps and logs we will get in the, we can easily embed in ExtentReport. Screenshots for test validation, easily we can attach the screenshots in ExtentReport, and we are going to use base 64 model, guys, base 64 format. So these will be kind of embedded format, so we can easily embed into ExtentReport, and that will be kind of like a link. We need to just click on it and then report screenshot will be displayed. Okay, so this is very good light format. Okay, so we'll use base 64 format to attach the screenshot in ExtentReport. And since we have used already parallel execution in our framework, so we'll make this ExtentReport multi-threaded also. Okay, so it supports multi-threaded support for parallel execution. So what are the different benefits of using ExtentReport in the framework? So user-friendly UI. So you will get very good UI when we use this ExtentReport. Easy to understand for different stakeholders. Customizable reports, add your own branding, like you can add your logo, themes or structure. You can change the structure or you can change the theme, right? You can add your own branding as well. And screenshot integration, so you can attach the screenshots for pass fail scenarios, correct? And support for multi-threading, as we have discussed earlier. So we are going to go for multi-threading environment as well in when we use this ExtentReport in our framework. Helps in parallel testing, correct? And easy integration, compatible with tools like TestNG, Maven, whatever we have used inside our framework, it will be compatible with all the tools. How ExtentReport works. So basically we'll talk about what are the key features or how it works basically, right? So initialize the reports. First we need to initialize the report, like how we are going to configure the theme, name, etc. Some information about the ExtentReport. Start and end test, that tracks basically the individual test cases, how we are going to start the test cases, how we are going to end it, right? So it will track everything. And logs, log info, pass, fail. So we have different logs in the extent test. We have different methods like info, pass, fail and skip with clear messages. So we can provide our messages to log all these steps in case if test gets pass, fail, skip, right? So we'll get the clear message in the ExtentReports. And screenshots, takes screenshot for better validation. We can easily attach or embed the screenshots. How to implement ExtentReports, right? So first of all we need to add dependencies. So a couple of dependencies we required. So ExtentReports, the first one, and commons IO. Okay, this is for like when we generate the screenshot to save in a destination file folder. So we need this commons -io, and basically we need ExtentReports dependency. So these two dependencies we need. and create extend manager class. So what we are going to do, the next step, first we'll add the dependencies in pom.xml, and later on we'll create extend manager class. There we'll configure everything, every settings for extend reports. Like we'll write the logic for extend reports, we'll write the logic for how we are going to take the screenshot, attach the screenshot in base64 format. So taking the screenshot will be same, just we need to write some methods inside this attach screenshot in base64 64 format as well. So we need to convert the simple simple screenshot into base64 format as well, and define methods to initialize the report and manage test threads. How we are going to configure multi-threading in multi-threading environment in this extend report. And little bit changes will be there in base class and action driver and test classes. So basically changes will there for action driver and test classes for sure, and base classes today we'll implement it, but when we use listener, at that time it is not required, right? So in the next class we'll talk about the listener. There we'll implement everything, like automatically it will do when test gets when test is passed or gets failed or escaped, it will automatically log everything, the steps and all. So this is what we are going to do today. So let's configure the extend report. So this is the project, guys, which we have created, orange HRM project, and if you expand it, here we need to we have pom.xml, right? So just open it by double clicking on it. So here we need to add couple of dependencies from like for extend reports, right? So we'll add above this dependencies tag. So what we'll do, we need to search in Google extend reports Maven, right click on it, the first link from Maven repository, and here 5.1.2 we can use this version. So this is the first step we need to take to get the dependencies for extend reports. So just copy the dependency from here and put it inside pom.xml, and another API, another commons IO, right? Another dependency we want. So search that dependency and you'll get the first link over here, like commons-io. So just click on that, and here you will get the version 2.18.0. so you can take the latest version, open it and just copy it and put it inside your pom.xml. Press Ctrl Shift F to arrange it properly, and Ctrl S to download all the jars in your library, correct? So the dependencies part is done. Now what is the next part? So here we have src main Java folder. Inside that we have created one utilities class, package com.orangehrm.utilities in the beginning of the series, right, of this framework series. So what we'll do, if you expand it, you will see logger manager that will log the how we have created the logs in our script. We have created one logger manager class earlier, right? Now in this utilities class only, utilities package only, I'm going to create extend manager. Right click new and class, we are going to create extend manager class. So that will take care of the complete extend manager related code, okay? All the settings, all the configuration related to extend manager, so that this class will take care. Now here we need couple of variables, guys. So private static, I'll declare it as static, right, so that we can directly call using, we can access using this extend manager class. And what we need, extend reports, we need the variable from this extend reports class. We need the variable of this extend report class. Okay, so variable name is extent, and we will just import this extent reports from com.eventstack.extentReports. So before we before importing this one, right, you can see it is imported over here. Without adding the pom.xml, you won't get it. Okay, so just make sure first add the dependencies like this extent reports, then only you will get this will be imported successfully. Correct. So that is the first thing. And what we need one more variable, guys. So we want to make it thread safe, because we may use for parallel testing, like we have earlier used, right, the parallel testing in our framework. So what we'll do, we'll create one more variable and we'll create thread local variable. Okay, thread local variable basically of extend test class. So we'll create the variable of extend test class. So what will it will do, basically it defines the test which we are going to write on our extent reports, right? So we can, what we'll do, we'll create the object of thread local like this. Earlier we have seen in parallel testing, right? And here we have to give the name. So you can give name like test, and you have to import extend test from com.eventstack.extentReports. So we got two variables, guys, and we need one more variable. So what it will do, like we'll create one variable that stores in key value pair. So the first value, like key, will store the thread ID, right? This is for parallel testing as well. So we'll make sure like our code is thread safe. So we'll store the thread ID, and we'll store the corresponding WebDriver instance. Okay, so how we are going to do that? So we'll create the object of hash map class in collection framework of Java, right, to store the key value pair of that variable. So what we can do, we'll create the object of hash map, hash map class, right? And what we'll do, we'll store in map interface, right? So this is how we can do. Simply write private static map and let's see, give name like driver map, and the first value like key will be your thread. Okay, so we'll take long type of data type and we'll use WebDriver as the value. So for corresponding thread ID, will store WebDriver instance. Correct. So we need to just import hash map from java.util, and similarly you need to import this map from java.util and WebDriver as well. So like this you can create different variables in this extend manager class. So we have created extend, test and driver map of different classes, right? So what we are going to do now, we'll create one method, initialize extend report. Initialize the extend report, right? So what we are going to write, public static extend will create one method called get reporter of extend reports class. Okay, the reference of extend reports class. So what we'll do, before that I'll create one more method, guys. So what it will do, we have created this variable, right, driver map. So what we'll do, register WebDriver for current thread. So what we'll do here, we'll write one method called public void let's declare static this one as well, static void register driver, correct. And what we'll do, we'll use this driver map and we'll use put method to store the values, correct. And here we'll use thread dot current thread dot get id. This is how we can get the current thread id, and here we'll pass the driver. So simply pass driver as parameter over here and put it over here like this. So this is done. Now here come back to this ExtentReport, how we are going to initialize the ExtentReport. So this is the first initial method of ExtentReport. Here we'll initialize the ExtentReport, right? How we are going to do that? So we'll write first condition like if extend is equal to null, right, then only we'll start creating the report, right. This extend reports will generate the reports. This is the main method, main class to generate and manage the report, correct. So what we'll do here, we'll write the path, report path, and where we are going to generate our extend report. So system dot get property and user directory, right, we can give like this, and where we are going to save our extend report. So here we have already created the structure, guys. src main java, here you can see src test resources, correct. And this is the folder which we have created at the beginning. So simply copy from here and put it over here. I'll give forward slash, you can give single slash only if you give forward, right. So like this you can give, and extend reports, and what is the report name we are going to give? Extend report dot html, correct. So this is how you can give and store in string variable report path, right. And what is the next thing you need to do? Now we need to create the object of extend spark reporter. So earlier we used to use extend html reporter. Now we need to create the object of extend spark reporter. We need to create the object of extend spark reporter. So what it will do, it will it will generate the contents in the extend reports, right. So we need to import this extend spark reporter from com.eventstack.extendreports.reporter, correct. And here what we'll do, we need to just store it in this variable extend spark reporter variable. So what we'll give name like spark. So basically this spark will give a beautiful report, guys. Earlier we used to have extend html reporter, right. Now we are going to use, that is deprecated now, extend html reporter. So that's the reason we are going to use this extend spark reporter. And here, so here we need to give the path, this report path, correct, to generate the report to So this is how we can do. And what we need to do next, we can use this Spark variable and write different configuration related like how we are going to write the contents inside this extend report. So we are going to have different like config method is there. Inside that we have set report name. So here we'll give the report name, what we are going to give report name. So let's say automation test report, we can give like this. And we can use another method called set document title is there. So here we'll give like orange HRM report, correct? Orange HRM report. And what else we can give here, we can set the theme as well. Config dot set theme will be there, and here we can set the theme. So we can set the theme like this, dark. Okay, so we have different themes over here. You can see dark, standard, right? So let's use this dark now. So this is done, guys. So what we'll do next, what we are going to do next, we need to create the object of this extend reports as well, right? So here we have created the variable extend report extend, right? So we need to create the object of this as well to initialize this variable. So how we are going to do, new extend reports, correct? And here what I'll give variable name will give extend, correct? So this is how we can do, and which we have created earlier. So we have just initialized by creating the object of this extend reports. Now what we'll do, we can add some system information as well. Adding system information, how we can add extend using this variable, we can write like a set system info is there. And what we'll do, let's say what is operating system, right? And here instead of this one, we can call method system dot get property, correct? System dot get property, and here we'll give os dot name, like this we can give. So that will give us the operating system what we are going to use for where we run the extend reports, the system where we generate the report, right? So this is one thing. And another information what we can keep, Java version as well inside our report. So Java version, and here we need to just change this value to Java dot version, correct? And one more we can keep, user, right? User information, username, like that we can give. And here we need to just give like user dot name, correct? So this is how you can initialize your extend reports get reporter method, right? And what we need to do, simply we need to add the return statement extend, correct? This is how you can do, you can write the get reporter method. So this particular method to initialize the extend report. So initially we'll generate the report, and we'll set the report name, document title, and set theme, and later on we'll add some system information using this extend variable. Now what next method we can write? How to start the test? Start the test, correct? So we'll write private, we'll give public, so we are going to call it, right, from another class, so that's why we'll give it like public static extend test. Of extend test we'll create one method called start test, correct? So what we'll do inside that, we'll use this method get reporter which we have created, and call one method called create test, correct? And here we'll pass the test name, so we'll pass the test name like this. So this will create the test, and here we'll pass the parameter, and what we'll do, we'll store this in extend test variable. Of extend test class, correct? So this is how we can do. And what we'll do, we can use to set the value, correct? To set, we have created another object, right, another variable of this extend test. So how we are going to start the test? We need to call one method called create test from this get reporter, and then we need to set the value to actually start the test. So what we can do, test dot set, and here we'll provide the value extend test, and simply write the return statement of this extend test, correct? So you can write the how we are going to start the test using this extend test reference of this start test method. This is how you can write. Okay, now what next you need to do, Control Shift F, and another method you can write, and a test. So we'll write public static void, no need of any return statement for ending the test. So we'll say like end test, and simply what we'll do here, we'll use this get reporter only which we have created earlier. Get reporter dot flush method is there, so simply end the report using this flush, right, flush method. So this is how you can do to end the test. Now what we need, guys, we need one more method, get current threads current threads test name. Okay, like how we are going to log the info, fail, pass, all these values using this test name, right, using this test. So how to create this? Public void public static, right, and this will be of extend test only. So we'll give name like get test, and here what we'll do, of extend test, right? So we'll use this test variable from extend test, correct? So how we are going to get the test name? from this extend test class. So test dot get method, right? Simply return this. So one simple method we can write like this to get the current threads test dot get method, correct? If you remember last time we have used set and get method, right? So this is thread local object, so we can simply write like test dot get, correct? Now what next we need to write? We need the actual method name, right, to get the actual test name. So what we can write, method to get the name of the current test. So how to get this? Public static get test name. I'll give it like this, and inside that what we are going to do, so current test we need to get first, current test so get test will use the method which we have created and will store in variable, right, a current test. So what we can do here, that is of extend test type, correct? This is how we can do. And we can write one statement over here as well. If current test is not equal to null, correct, then what we are going to do, we want to get the exact name of the test, right? So this is how we can do. Current test dot, we have method called get model dot get name or something, get name, correct, get model dot get name, and we can simply add the return statement like this, or else we can write no test is currently active for the thread. No test is currently active for this thread, correct? We can write like this, and here we need to just change the method name to string, right? Return type of, we need to add this string as return type of this method. So this is another method we can write like this, that will give the actual test name, right, which will need we need this method while generating the screenshots. So this is one method, guys, and what we will do now, we'll write some method to log the steps. So to log step, how we can write this? So public static log step, like this we can write, and inside that what we are going to do, we'll use this get test method which we have created, right? Dot, we have method called info, right? Info correct, and here what we are going to do, we need to just provide the message. So here I'll give like log message, and simply we'll pass this log message in this when we log a step. So get test.info, this is how we can do, right? And let's write another method. So this is just informational step, guys, and yeah, we need to just pass this string here, right, with this info method. So this will just log a step with informational message, right? Now what we'll do, we'll write another method called log a step with log a step validation with screenshot. So what I will write, public static void log step with screenshot, correct? And here we'll pass 3 parameters, so string WebDriver driver, and I'll tell you why we are passing the driver as well, because we are going to take the screenshot over here, right? So that is one variable we need to pass, one parameter, and string log message, and we'll pass one more string screenshot message, correct? So this is how we need to do, and simply we'll call that get test method dot, we have pass method, correct? And here I'll give the log message, correct? I'll pass what is the pass message, and here we'll write, we need to give the screenshot method over here. We need to call the screenshot method over here. For that we need to pass driver and screenshot message. So that I'll keep blank for now. Screenshot method we need to call here, right? So we'll, once we write the screenshot method, then we'll keep it over here. That is one thing. Now for failure also we need to log, so log a failure. So how to write, public static void log failure, correct? Log failure, and simply here also we need to pass WebDriver string log message and screenshot message, because when we take the log for failure, so we'll take the screenshot as well. So this is how we need to do, right? Get test dot fail method is there, correct? And simply we'll pass the log message over here, and later on we'll put the screenshot, we'll call the screenshot method here as well. This is how we need to do. And for skip as well, so we'll log a skip. If any test gets skipped, then we need to log that as well. So simply I'll write public void static void skip, or I would say log skip, right? So simply for log skip we need just informational message. So simply we need parameter like this, right? So just put it over here, and here get test dot skip, simply we can pass like this, correct? We can call one method called skip. So this is how you can do at various levels when you log the steps. So you can take the, you can create different methods like log step without taking a screenshot, just informational message, and this is log step with a screenshot, right? And this will be when we call this method, so it will pass that particular step, and this is for failure, and this is for skip. Now what we'll do, let's write the method to take the screenshot, guys. So that is important. So take a screenshot screenshot with date and time in the file. Correct, we append with date and time. So what we'll do, we'll write one method called public static, okay, and void take screenshot, yeah, we can give method name like this, take a screenshot, and here we need to pass WebDriver driver, and we need the screenshot file name, so we'll pass screenshot name. Right, we can give like this, and inside that what we need, so to take the screenshot we need an interface called text screenshot, and we'll create one variable called ts and assign the driver to it, and we have to cast that text screenshot interface over here, text screenshot like this, and we have to import this interface from org.openq.selenium. So this is how you can do, and later on what we'll do, we can use this ts variable and we'll call one method called get screenshot as, and here we'll pass like output type dot file. Correct, we can do like this, and simply we'll store this in file class variable src, we can give like this, and we have to import this file from java.io. This is done. Now what we'll do, we'll write I will convert the timestamp to like simple date format we'll use, and we'll format the date and time so that we can append it to screenshot, right? So we can give like format date and time for file name. So how to do that, we'll use simple, we need to create the object of simple date format, and here what we need to do, we'll use the format. What is the format we are going to use? So let's say we are going to use this format, dd by yy and hours, right, minute and second, like this we can give dot. So we need to import this first simple date format from java.text, and after that we need to call one method format, and here we'll pass, we need to create the object of date class. Correct, so java.util we need to import it from java.util, this date class. So this will give us the string in the format, in this format, right? So date has been converted to this format, and that will give us simple date format will give in the string format. Now what we need to do, we'll store in string variable timestamp, like this we can give. Now what is the next step, guys? We need to do, we can do like saving the screenshot to a file. Correct, we need to save the screenshot to a file. So what will give, string destination path. So firstly when we take the screenshot, that will be stored in a memory, and later on we have to store in a particular path, right? So destination path like that we can give, and here what we'll use, we can simply, we'll use the same path where we have a screenshot here, right? src test resources ExtentReport. So similarly we can do like this, copy the entire thing, and what we'll do, we can write like this. Correct, and here user directory, and instead of ExtentReport, that will be screenshot, correct? So screenshots like this we can give, and we don't need this format, right? And after that, what we need to do, we need to append, what we'll do, we need to append the timestamp here, right? So we have created the variable called timestamp, so simply we can copy this, and we can keep it over here, timestamp screenshot, under which it will be like a screenshot. Under screenshots folder it will be like timestamp first. No, will give first the screenshot name and then timestamp, correct? So how we can give double quotation and underscore, screenshot name underscore, and later on we can append with timestamp like this, right? So screenshot name and timestamp dot png, correct? So what we can do, we will give like this dot png format, correct? And here we have to append that string. So this is how we can write, guys. So it will be stored under screenshots folder here, screenshots folder. Inside that we'll give screenshot name, whatever we provide when we call this method, the screenshot name, and hyphen timestamp dot png. So it will be stored in that format. So this is done. Now what, let me expand this, drag it to the right side, right? So now what we need to do, now we have to copy that to new destination, right? So for what, for that we need to create the object of file class, and here we'll pass the destination file path, right? And here we'll give like file destination like this, correct? We can give like this. So this is the destination path, and the final path will be, or we can give like final path like this we can give. Now what we need to do, we use file util class, file utils class, and we'll use copy file, right? And like this we can give. And what is the source file we have when we take the screenshot? So it will be stored in src, right? So this is src source file. And what is the destination path we have? This is the destination path. So like that we can copy into in this path, right? The final the screenshot into the final path. And we need to surround it try catch. So simply we can give like this, copy files like this, and yeah, this is done. So and what we need to give, guys, what later on what we'll do, when we take the screenshot, that we will convert to a string, okay, so to append into ExtentReport. So what we can give, convert screenshot to base 64 for embedding in the report, correct? So this is what we need to do. So what we'll do, we'll create one variable called base 64 format, and what we have to give, let's assign blank string over here, and we'll give like a string base 64 format, and simply return this format, and we'll change the return type of this take screenshot method to string. Now what we are going to do here, we need to create one method. We need to create one utility method, and when we call that method, right, so that the screenshot will be converted into base64 format. So whenever we call this take a screenshot, that will be in string format, right? So that's why I have written over here. Now we need to call this method. We need to write one method and we'll put it over here, so that will be converted into base64 format. So for that we'll write one method. So convert screenshot to base64 format. So how to convert it? So let's write one method, guys. Public static, and that will return a string, right? And a public string, static string, convert to base64. Correct, convert to base64. And here what we need to do, we have to file, we need to pass that path, right? File, and I would say screenshot file, like that we can give a screenshot file. Now so simply we'll pass one parameter, the file, and that will be converted into base64. So what we need to write inside it, so let's take one blank variable over here, base format, base64 format, and I'll use like this. And here what we need to do, read the file content, read the file content into byte array. We need to create one array that will, that will read the file, that the file format, the string file, the file path into a string of array. Okay, so what we need to do, we have to create one string variable here, file content. I'll give like file content. So we are creating an array, guys. So what it will do, so file utils dot read file byte to array. So we need to call one method called read file to byte array. Correct, and here we'll provide the parameter of file type, right? The file path will provide, and that will be converted into this file content array. Correct, so this is simply we can do like this. Now what we need to do, finally we need to convert the byte array to a base64 string. Now this is converted to array. Now we have to convert that into a string, right? So how to convert it? So simply we'll give base64 format here, and later on we have base64 dot, we have different method, get encoder method is there, get encoder dot, we have encode to string, right? And we have to simply pass the file content here. So this is how you can do, guys. And simply we have to add the return statement, like this we can give. Correct, and why it is giving, we have to add we have to throw declaration here, right? So what we can do here, we can surround with try catch, that's fine. So this is how we can do. So we have created one method called convert to base64, and simply we'll copy this method and we'll put inside our convert to string text screenshot method, right? And here we have to, this is the method, and here we have to pass the file src, because it will take one parameter, right? So here we'll pass the src. So just let me just recap. So we have created take screenshot method, and later on what we have done, we have whatever file when we take the screenshot and save it, so that we need to convert into string format, base64 format, right? And for that internally we will call one method convert to base64. For that we have written one utility method over here. So this is what we have done. What is giving initialize variable file content. What happened here? So something is wrong here. We have to, while adding into try catch, right? So I think this should be fine now, but still it is giving file content. This is the same file, right? What is the problem, guys? So file details dot read file to array, the screenshot file we have provided here, and base64 format, base64 dot get encoder dot get dot encode to string. One method is there. So here what we'll do, what is giving create local variable file content. So what we'll do, we'll completely copy this, right, and we'll put inside and try block, and here simply we need to just return base64 format like this. I think this is fine now, right? So yeah, so this is done. And what else we need to write? So this is done, guys. Now we have created the get screenshot method, right? Take a screenshot. What we'll do now, we need to attach that into report. So for that we'll create one more method called attach screenshot to report using base64. Correct, we need to attach the screenshot using base64. So for that we'll write one method called public void static void attach screenshot, right? And here what we'll do, we need to write give parameter. So WebDriver definitely will give WebDriver driver, and we have to give one more parameter, a string message, right? And later on what we'll do, we'll create one variable called string variable. So screenshot base64, right? And here what we'll do, we'll call this method take screenshot, right? Take screenshot, and what we need to do, we need to pass the driver, right? A driver. In this method we have to pass two variables. You can see two parameters will be there, WebDriver and a string. So we'll pass simply driver comma, and what we'll do, what is the string will pass when we attach the screenshot, and let's attach with, we'll pass the test name. So if you remember, we have written test name as well, get test name method to get the name of the current test. So the actual test name will get it from here. So simply we'll pass that while, where is that, here, right? So we need to just simply pass the get test name to this take screenshot method over here. So we'll get the get screenshot in string format, right? Now what we'll do, what we'll do now, we have to attach that into report, right? So for that we call get test method, get test dot. What are the methods we have? First of all, we need to call this info method, and here we need to provide the message, correct? We'll provide the message, and then we have to call methods com dot event stack dot extend reports dot. We have one method called create screenshots. What is that method, guys? So get test dot info, take a screenshot, extend reports dot media library. I think that is media screenshots dot com dot event stack dot extend reports, com dot event stack dot extend reports dot media entity builder dot, you can see screenshot capture base 64 string, right? Create screenshot capture base 64 string. So simply we'll call that method, and here we have to pass the method I think we don't need to pass here. Dot build is there. Create a screenshot capture from base 64 string. So simply we need to pass this get screenshot base 64 over here, right? So simply we'll pass like this dot build. So this is how we need to do to create the screenshot, to attach the screenshot into ExtentReport. So com.eventstack.extendreports.media entity builder dot create screenshot, that is the method, create screenshot from base 64 string. Now what we'll do, simply we need to write that into try catch. So write and surround with try catch over here, and simply here what we'll do, we'll write get test dot fail, and here we'll pass one message called let's say like fail to attach a screenshot like that we can give message, right? And here we'll pass the message. So this is how you can attach the screenshot as well into in ExtentReport. So this is how we can create the extend manager class, guys. So our extend manager class is ready, guys. So this is how you can configure your extend manager class. I know we have done a lot of coding over here, we have created different methods, but this is a like single time activity, guys. After that you'll get very good report. So what we'll do, I think we forgot this one right here. We need to call the screenshot method which we have created, right? When we log a step validation with a screenshot, and for failure as well. So here we have to call the screenshot method which we have created at the end. So we can call, simply copy this method and we'll put inside here, and here what we'll do, we'll pass the driver, correct? Driver comma what is the screenshot message. So it will take screenshot message. We have one parameter over here, so simply put the message over here. Simply copy this and put inside failure method as well. So this is done. Now we need to if you remember guys, when we have done the parallel testing, so let me open the base class. So we have declared some of the methods as synchronized, right, to make it more thread safe. So single thread can use, like at a time one thread can use method, right? So for that reason we'll declare the method as synchronized. To what we'll do, we'll declare some of the methods from extend manager as synchronized as well. So get reporter, definitely we need synchronized, and start test as well, and test as well, and what else, get test, this one as well, this is not required, get test name, and a screenshot as well, take a screenshot, and let's, we probably don't need this attach screenshot, but let's make it synchronized as well. So all done. Now what we'll do, we need to make some changes in the base class. So let me just open the base class again, and here we'll add in the before suite, when we start our suite, then what we'll do, we'll add, start the ExtentReport, right? So how to start the ExtentReport? So simply we'll call the extend manager dot, what is the method guys? So get reporter, right? Get reporter we need to call from the extend manager class, get reporter, which we have created, right? At the top you can see, at the top we have created ExtentReport get reporter method, correct? So that we need to call. And another thing, inside launch browser, what we are going to do, we need to register the driver, right? So if you remember, in the extend manager we have created one method called register driver. For that we have stored the value in key value pair in map variable, right? Driver map. So there we are using like to store thread ID and WebDriver instance, correct? So what we'll do, we'll call this method, from to register the driver when we start our driver, right? So for every driver we'll do like that. So extend manager dot register driver, and simply get the driver from base class. So this is for Chrome driver. So similarly we need to do for other drivers as well. So I'll put it over here, and inside this one as well for the edge driver. So this is how we can do. And one more settings we need to do, one more method we need to call. After method we need to call extend manager and test, right? After each test we'll call and test to flush the report, to end the report. You can see, you can say in simple words. So this is some methods we need to call from base class. So this is done. Now we need to make some changes in the action driver as well. So just open the action driver, and so what we are going to do, whatever methods we have written, so some of the methods we can directly call in our like log step, right? Log step we can call in our test classes, in the test method, right? And some of the methods we can directly put inside the action related methods which we have written in action driver, right? So for example, like this, extend manager dot, what we need to do here, log step, log step, right? So simply we can say clicked an element, like this we can give, and here we'll provide the element description here. Like this we can call directly log step, so automatically it will take care, this whenever we click on any element, so it will log this particular step in the extent report. So this is how we can do. And for failure as well, we can simply extend manager dot log failure and pass the driver base class dot get driver, and here we'll pass what is the log message, right? So unable to click element, like this we can simply give. And what is the screenshot method? Log message screenshot message, right? So here we'll provide the screenshot message like enable. You can simply give what is the element description, and you can append element description like this, and you can append some text over here. Let's say unable to click, right? So this is how you can give in the log failure for click method. Similarly, let's enter text also you can provide here, like log step and log failure, but we want for this one compare text, which we are going to call from our test method. So what we'll do here, compare text. So inside that we'll write extent manager dot log. We have one step, guys, log step with screenshot, right? So some of the methods we can directly some of the steps for which we don't need screenshots, we can call this method log step, correct? We can simply call this log step method, right? And for some steps, if you want the screenshot, you can call this log step with screenshot. If you want for all these steps, then you can simply call this method, right? Because some of the steps we directly call it from our test class inside test method, so we'll simply call this log step to log a particular for the informational message, right? For info message. And some steps we want screenshots, so we can call this method. And for log failure, definitely we need screenshots, so we have a screenshot method over here, right? So let me come back to here, log step with screenshot. So here we can pass base class dot get driver, and here log message we can say like compare text, right? Compare text, and here inside screenshot message, what we can give, we can say text verified successfully, like this, right? And here we can give what is the actual message, right? What is the actual text, and we can say like equals, simply copy this equals, and what is the expected text. So what is here we have to give, not here, yeah, like this, correct? So text verified successfully, actual text equals to expected text, will get the message. So this is how you can give. And simply for failure also you can copy like this and put inside this one after the in the else part, right? So log step log failure, correct? So here compare text, what we can say, text comparison failed. We can give message like text comparison, okay, text comparison failed, and not equals, we'll say like not equals actual is not equals expected. So this is how you can give inside compare text. And there is a method called isDisplayed. So here we can simply call log extend manager dot log step, and here we'll give element is displayed, simply element is displayed, correct. And we can simply call this what is the element. So you can give space like this and simply call this get element description method. So this is how you can give for is displayed. And in case if we get failure, so simply you'll put log failure over here, log failure, and element is not displayed. But before that we need to call get driver, right? Base class dot get driver, and here element is not displayed, and here we have to give the screenshot message, correct. So screenshot message, what we can give, meant is not displayed, and here we can attach this get element description method, correct guys. So this is how you can give is displayed method as well, right. So this is how you can make the changes in ExtentReport. So automatically it will take the log, right. So this part is done. Now what we'll do, we'll make the changes in our test methods. So simply go to src test java, and here we have different. So let's start with login page test, and here what we'll do, we'll start writing the steps. So extend manager dot log step, what will give at the start of the test, right. No, we have to call start method, manager start test we have to give. So later on when we in the next class when we talk about the listener, then we can skip this, we can remove this step guys, because that will be taken care using listener, right, based on how it like starts the test, pass or fail the test. So it will, the complete things will be taken care by listener. So right now we have to give it explicitly, right. So here what will give, valid login test, this is how we can give. And inside this we can write like extend manager dot log step, we can give here log step, and here navigating login page, entering user name and password, and here we can give like extend manager dot log step, again we'll call, and here we'll put verifying admin tab is visible or not, like this we can give log step, right. And at last what we can give, extend manager dot log step, we can give like verify admin tab is visible or not, that is the validation step we can write here. And here after logging out we can say logged out successfully, right, logged out successfully. And yeah, after this, before logging out also we can write one more step, like we can say validation successful. Correct. So this is how we can write validation successful. So now let's do it for invalid test as well. So simply we'll call the first line, first step, start method, start test, valid login test. So here I would say invalid login test, invalid login test. Correct. We can write like this, and here the same thing, admin username and password. So navigating to login page and entering username and password also we can write for this step. So simply write like this, and here verifying, we can say yeah, after this we can say simply validation successful for expected error message, right? This is our expected error message, validation successful, and logged out. Again we can write one more step over here. Like this you can call the start test and log step method from extend manager. So our login page test is done, guys. So now let's simply do for home page test. So simply let's quickly do it. So we'll call the start test from the beginning, right? And entering username and password also we can copy like this, we can do that. And here valid login test, so verify, or we can say home page test, home page logo test, like that we can verify logo test, home page verify logo test, and entering username and password, and logo is not visible when assert to write. So here we can see verifying logo is visible or not, verifying logo is visible or not. And at the end, once we are done with the validation, so we can simply write validation successful, and at last what we'll do, logged out successfully, like that is we can call. Correct, for this one as well. And what we'll do, let's start for dummy class as well. Similarly we'll call the first method start test, on this one start test, yeah, start test, start, or I would say dummy test, dummy one test, right? And here let's deliberately skip one of the test case, guys. So what we'll do, extend manager dot, not extend manager, what we'll do, we have one, like we can call skip exception from skip exception class, right? So we have one method skip exception, like that we can call. Yeah, we need to throw it, throw new skip exception, and we have to just add the argument. So this case will be skipped, right? So we want to throw new exception, and here we have to give, what we can give is skipping the test as part of testing. We want to just test the report, like whether it is skipped or not, right? So we'll just give, we'll skip this test, and here we can simply write one more step, verifying the title, verifying the title like this. So this is for dummy test, and similarly let's write for dummy class 2 as well. So you can simply call some methods for statements from here, dummy test2 test, and other things also we can copy. Extend manager, verifying the title, right? And lastly, what we can, validation successful, we can simply do like this. Correct guys? So all our classes are ready, all our test classes, right? We have done we have called all the methods. Now what we'll do, we'll simply open the TestNG.xml and let's see whether it is working fine or not. Let me change it to parallel mode as classes and we'll run. Let's run on Chrome browser. I'm not sure whether we have Chrome browser right now. Edge, it was Edge, so let's run on Chrome browser first. So right click and run as TestNG suite. Let's see whether ExtentReport is getting generated or not. So all the test cases are done. So you can see total 5 and 4 passed and 1 skip. Now let me just refresh the project directory. So select the project and see it, and you can see ExtentReport, what we have given. Something is wrong over here. So ExtentReport, what we have given, just go to the ExtentReport, extend manager. What we have done wrong here, I think we forgot to change the here ExtentReport get reporter, right? This is to generate the report, src test resources ExtentReport.html. This should generate the report, but what we have done wrong here, so I think we forgot one step over here guys. So we have just created the object of ExtentReports class over here, right? And we need to call one method called extend.attachReporter, right? And we have to pass the value from this extend spark reporter object. Okay, so simply pass that value. So what it will do, it will just attach the report to this path, the one which we have given on top. So you can see here it will create a report inside ExtentReport folder, and this is the report name, ExtentReport.html. So this part we were missing, so it is done now. Let me quickly check. And another thing is why screenshot is coming over here, right? It should come inside screenshots folder. So let's have a look, maybe something wrong with the path. So you can see here it is looking good. I think here we are missing the forward slash. Now this is fine. Now we'll do one more thing guys, which we forgot. So what we'll do, when the test case gets failed, right, log failure, so what we'll do, we'll write that step in red color. So for that, what we need to do, we'll write one HTML code, color message like this we can give, and here we'll call from string class one method called format, and here what I will give, I'll give one HTML code like span and style, HTML CSS code, right? So we can give like this, color is equal to red, color colon red, that will be displayed in red color, and semicolon, we can give like this, and then we need to just end with span tag, and we can use the placeholder as for string, right? So this is how we can give. Okay guys, so and here we need to just pass the log message and put the semicolon at the end of the end of the statement, and here we'll pass this colored message to the step get test.fail. This is how we can do. And what we'll do, we just copy this and come to the skip one. What we'll do, we'll log if it gets skipped, right, this step, then we'll log in orange color. Okay, so everything will be the same, and simply we put the colored message over here. So this is done, everything is fine here in extent manager. Now what we'll do, the next thing, let me just quickly review the other classes as well. So our login page test is looking good, start test, log step, everything looks fine. This is for invalid login test, so we have log step, home page test, let's have a look, start test, log step, and dummy class, so start test. So this will create another test, right? So here we need to write log step, right? So this is what we were log step, we made a mistake over here as well. So this is how you can do extent manager.log step. And since we are not using the test listener here, so deliberately we are failing here, but what we'll do, we have to log that explicitly, right? So what we'll do, extent manager dot skip we have to call log skip method, and here we'll put the message like this case is skip, like this we can give, and this message will be displayed in orange color based on the code which we have just written for log skip, right? So let me come back to this dummy class, right? So this is how we can write, and let me just review this one as well, dummy class 2. Here also we made the mistake, so log step, we have to change it here as well. Other steps are looking good. Now ExtentReport, let's review quickly ExtentReport as well. So click method, here we have log step, that is fine, log failure over here, that is also fine, and compare text, we are logging it properly, log step with the screenshot, and log failure, that is fine. Is displayed, I think we need to change here, because what we are going to do, when we log the step, when we log simple step, then we can simply call this log step, but when we verifying anything, like checkpoints are there at different places on our test, then what we'll do, we'll simply call the other method log step with this one. In the compare method we call, right, log step with screenshot, this one we should call, because that will attach the screenshot, right? So what we'll do here, I'll write that I'll call that method extent manager dot log step with screenshot, and here we'll pass the driver dot get driver, and here we'll pass the log message. So what is the log message? We can simply pass like element is displayed like this, we can pass. And here what we'll do, the screenshot message, we can simply pass log element is displayed, and here we'll put the get element description method, we'll simply call and put it over here, just give some space over here. So this is fine guys, right? because there are couple of places where we call this is displayed method for verification purpose. Inside, if you can see in login page test, here we have is admin tab visible. We are calling internally, we are calling, if you see from home page as well, you can see we are calling this is displayed method. Now that is fine, so we changed it. So let me just rerun the script whether it is working fine or not. So what we'll do, we'll go back to our testng.xml and right click and run as testng suite. Let's see whether it is working fine or not. So some of the steps we can skip it, because in the next video test listener we can directly put all the steps based on the different actions that will automatically log our steps, like start and fail, pass and all, right? So we'll do some enhancement in the next video when we talk about the listeners. So now let me just refresh, select the project and refresh it, and here you see all the screenshots are coming, and you can see inside ExtentReport we got the HTML report, right? But why this is again ExtentReport and inside that screenshots coming? Maybe something we forgot to do, or we made a mistake over here. ExtentReport inside that this is fine, but here I think screenshots we ExtentReport we should directly give screenshots over here, right? These are the extra things which we have done. Inside src test resources we have directly screenshots folder over here, right? So that's the reason it is coming over here. Now let me open the ExtentReport whether it is looking good or not. So open with web browser. Now you can see guys, it is looking good. You can see dummy test 2, and if you go to dummy test 1, you can see this case is skipped, right? And it is coming properly fine in orange color. This case is skipped. If you see the verify home page, verify logo test, and here you can see that screenshot has been embedded to this one, right? So if you open this, so you can see the screenshot properly. It is attached to the ExtentReport only, and you can see all the steps properly coming. Navigated to login page, entering username and password, clicked an element with text login. So these are all this clicked related is coming from the action driver. Verifying logo is visible or not, right? So element is displayed, element located using this one, and element is displayed. In the is displayed method we have written one, we called one method, right? Log step with screenshot, so that's why it is coming pass. Internally we have called that pass method, right? So we have the validation at particular step only here, like whether that element is displayed or not, right? So here you can see that screenshot is attached. We can just enhance the logging properly, right? So this is how you can, if you see the invalid login test, you can see compare text, that is text verified successfully. Here invalid login, invalid credentials equals invalid credentials. This for invalid login. So if you open it here, you can see the screenshot, right? Invalid credentials, and here you can see the screenshot is attached properly. Similarly for valid login test as well. Now what we'll do, let's deliberately fail one of the test case, right? So we'll fail this invalid login test. So let's see what happens. So what we'll do, we'll go to this login page test, and here in the invalid login error message, we'll deliberately fail it with will give expected error messages invalid credentials. So this will definitely fail the test case. Now just go back to testng.xml and run as TestNG suite. Now you can see out of 5 test cases, 3 passed and 1 failed, 1 escaped, right? And if you go back to the, and let me see whether screenshots are coming fine or not. Now you can see, one second, let me refresh this. Now you can see screenshots are coming inside screenshots folder. So that has been fixed now, because we have given the wrong path, right? And this screenshot we can delete. This is from the beginning, and these are the also from beginning. So let me just delete all those, and this folder as well, this one as well. So next time when we'll run, it will generate the ExtentReport inside this ExtentReport folder only, and screenshots will come under this screenshots folder. Okay, and let me just refresh the ExtentReports. So if you see the failure one, you can see compare text, right? And it is coming perfectly fine, right? Compare text is failed. We can give the message properly, and here you can see it is attached the screenshot. Maybe we need to make some adjustment over here, and then it will look fine. So this is all for today, guys, and in the next video we'll talk about how we can implement the listener in the framework, right? And we can do some adjustment in our code as well. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.